Open up your Promise Weekly with me, and we're going to read inside of it this story, Who Has the Answer? I'll give you a second to get that out. And now I will start reading. The children in Miss Brewer's classroom had problems. They had pushing in line problems and being bossy problems and calling names problems. They had so many problems that Mrs. Brewer was tired of settling them. One day, Mrs. Brewer had an announcement. Children, it's almost Christmas. I have asked my friend John the Baptist to talk to you about getting ready to celebrate Jesus' coming. The door opened, and a tall man in a brown fuzzy suit walked in. He looked a little fierce, but then he smiled. "I'm John the Baptist," said the man. "Does this class need help in getting ready for Christmas?" "Yes, Mr. Baptist," Charlene said. "I have a friend who always wants to do what I'm doing. I like him, but sometimes I want to play alone. What should I do?" "Who has an answer?" John said, looking around the class. Daniel waved his hand. "I do," he said. "Charlene should tell her friend to leave her alone, but she should say it nice." "Polite but firm," John the Baptist agreed. "My sister is fat, but when I call her fatty, my parents get mad at me. What's wrong with telling the truth?" Jasmine asked. "Who has an answer?" asked Mr. Baptist. Hands waved. Mr. Baptist pointed to Seymour. And I think that if you look at that, that's probably, when we see hands waving, that's probably Mr. Baptist pointing to Seymour. So there's John the Baptist. And I'm guessing that's Seymour. And there's Mrs. Brown. So John the Baptist points to Seymour. And Seymour says, "Betty isn't her real name, so don't call her that," Seymour said to Jasmine. John the Baptist nodded. "Teasing is not fun," he said. A boy with glasses put his hand up. "I have a wandering eye. I can't keep my eye focused right if I don't wear my special glasses. Kids say, 'Who are you looking at?' That makes me mad. What should I do?" "Who has an answer?" asked Mr. Baptist. "I know how you feel," said Todd, pushing his glasses higher up on his nose. "Tell them I'm as good as anyone else. If they still tease you, tell a grown-up or a teacher." John the Baptist smiled at the class and Mrs. Brewer. "Boys and girls, you know how to solve your problems," he said. "Do what you know to do. Now is the time to respect one another, and you will be ready for Christmas." "Thank you," Mrs. Brewer said. "Thank you," the children chorused. It's a good story. I think that we all have times where we need to be more respectful to each other, and times where we want people to be more respectful to us. So there are some questions after this video for you to answer.